Check their research terminal. I want to see if the Scorpion, maybe we picked up some lithium that I didn't see. Still missing 10 units of lithium. So we get back to the Tempest, call Evfra. Have to find... Oh, we might actually have a couple memories unlocked if we get back to Sam Node, but keep looking for triggers. See if we have any mail from PB. Check an email from Cora. Not sure why Liam Costa has his name on this entry. Keep an eye out for Art Natanis. Not dead yet. Second in command has not had the Pathfinder AI transferred to him, so he knows that the other Ark must still be out there somewhere. Find an outpost site on Veld. So we won't be setting an outpost up here on Havarl, it seems. We could head to Veld. Any thoughts on where we should go? Should I head back to the Tempest? Spend a few skill points. I've been sitting on them for the past couple levels. Didn't even level up Jal at all. Get him some passives. Sticky grenades. Faster recharge. Energy drain. And we've unlocked Avenger's Strike. Okay, we have enough points in there. It means everybody should have their extra skill unlocked now. That last point rollover. Any thoughts on where to head? Fuck. We spend a few points, we'll unlock his flak cannon. Leave Havarl for now, KG. That works for me. We could head to Veld, or just go back to the Nexus and check some stuff out there. What about Sarah's 20 points? I've not been using the profiles. I already have energy drain, but it's not in my current loadout. So far, I mean, don't feel the need to do things, to change things, even though it might be fun to try some other stuff. Still a little overwhelmed by the different possibilities. I know we're not locked in. We can respec stuff later. A lot of people like Cryo Beam. I don't know. Maybe some passives for biotics. Not using throw so much. It's started investing in throw because it felt like a staple. Things getting up close, send them flying back. But maybe something in place of throw. Pole's good. It's a primer. Concussive shot. I don't want to lose that. But maybe swap something. Either energy drain, which I already have, or something else in place of throw. Help me work on shields. Could get some damage per second out of pull. Or make it a debuff. Let's leave that alone for now. What would happen to throw? Damage, force, and or a bubble. Ooh, I know you like singularity. Two different primers. It is an overwhelming number of possibilities. I know some people are just giddy with the choices, the mixing and matching, but I look at this and go, I don't know what I want. There's too much. Weapon clip size and spare ammo, or increased loadout and weight capacity. I need another gun right now. Low health, damage resistance. I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. Concussive shot. Recharge speed. Yeah, you know what? I want that. Concussive shot to be faster. Bloodwolf, you went for protection, stripping powers like Overload and Incinerate. Incinerate might be good. Extra primer, and if Concussive Shot is a faster recharge, pretty predictable detonator. Flies around corners and follows pretty well. Really don't know what I want. These low percentages will scale up. You put more points into the category. Still. Pull is a defense debuff. I don't need the extra DPS. Go for the debuff and pull. Well, there's an interesting twist. Pull can go for shields, drains enemy shields on initial hit. But targets whose shields endure can still not be lifted or held. So you can start using pull against even shielded targets. Doesn't say anything about armor, but a shielded target would take a big hit. Their shield. Or restore some of mine. That's tempting. That's real tempting. Iceman maxing out the passives was a priority for me. I am big on passives. Things you don't have to think about using all the time. Hey, combat. Clip size, spare ammo, +1 to combat power cell capacities. Rank 6 stuff looks nice. Hold the line. So, we went for some passives in these two categories. Warp was good. I liked Warp 2. Blood Wolf kind of missed that. Let's start with the basic recharge. Let's pick up weapon clip size, spare ammo. We'll be on deck for Hold the Line. New profile unlocked. Initiative Gunner unlocked. The soldier profile is now at rank 2. Okay. To the ship. Gonna play about another hour. Have to be real firm on not going past 3 hours. 3 hours, I start to get a little bent out of shape, and I have to avoid getting bent out of shape. Still trying to stay in healing mode, relaxed healing mode, which has been real tricky for me so far. We'll go about another hour and call it. Hey, Void. Drags himself to the PC because he has a cold.
Bridge is yours, Pathfinder.
It sucks.
Waiting a mug of tea. Is it steeping? Tea steeping? Bye, Havarl.
Jal says Evra is waiting for your call, Pathfinder.
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
Right, do we have to go to... Oh, we don't have to go back to our room. We've got an email terminal here. There'll be a bunch of things here. From Cora. There's a report of Asari refugees on Eos. They made it. Might know about their arc, too. Let's talk when you're free. We go talk to Cora. And maybe instead of heading to Veld, maybe we could go check on Eos. Remtech from PB. Thanks to that remnant storage box from the Eos vault, all I need is one particular piece of Remtech to complete my project. My scanner located what I need on Veld. If you have a chance, can we go find it? Carl, science team deployment to the Pathfinder team. The Nexus has approved the request for a multidisciplinary team to be posted on Havarl, also known as Habitat 3, to assist with the Angaran efforts there. Sending Dr. Hawkins McIntyre, Zara Kassane, Farley Berra, and Cody Holdren. Both Angara and Nexus teams have expressed interesting in having the Pathfinder visit Havarl again to observe cross-cultural efforts. Archive these. Also from PB, the Peeved. Your doctor's one of the nosiest Asari I've ever met, and that's saying a lot. She needs to take it down 4 or 5 notches, or I won't be long for this show, which would be too bad, I think. Never mind. From Liam. Heads up, first thing I did after I figure out who to really talk to, because we all know the ones in charge, they're not on the ground. Jal had some pointers, and I got some names from smaller Angaran colonies. It'll be a while before they trust us, but it's all about exposure. Saw it all the time in crisis response, especially post-combat zones. Low console Varand. If you see any message from her, it's just me reaching out. Liam has included a list of media themed to First Contact. Genres include hard science fiction and an Asari vid about first contact with humanity, titled How They Must See Us. Boy, Liam's just as exciting on the terminal as he is in person. Were they trying to make another Jacob? It is I, Amurd. I write to you now from Amara's home on the other side of Havarl, surrounded by her children and grandchildren whom I've never met, but whom welcomed me as though they'd known me all their lives. I left my home only to find another one, though I wish I had done this years ago. Grateful for the time I have left. This would not have happened without your help. It is beautiful here. Amurd. From Lexi, Balanced Diet. As part of overseeing the crew's physical and mental welfare, I thought I'd send along the following tips for a balanced diet. Given the large amount of exercise you partake in each day, it's important that your body receives the nutrients it needs. 5 to 11 servings of carbohydrates, 4 to 5 fruit, 3 servings of protein, 1 serving or less of fat. Okay. From Jal. I've heard privately from Ephra, the leader of our resistance. He's very impressed that we were able to help our scientists on Havarl. I've made sure that he knows that you played a key role. Maybe he's already said these things to you, but if I know Ephra, he probably hasn't. As for me, I've learned a lot about trust. Being on this team, letting myself be open to trusting you and the others, I've learned that trust is more of a feeling than a science. And it seems like it is a universal truth. Universal. Get it? I'll try to be even more trustful in the future. This assignment might change my life. From Liam. Proud of Havarl. I mean, sure, living there would have been fun. That planet is one pterodactyl away from a Jurassic fun fair. But what we did for the Angara will go a long way to making us good neighbors. We need that, especially with the Scourge restricting the neighborhood. Security is training up on what the locals know about local fauna. Outpost or not, Havarl helps. Liam has included a list of media themed to community. Stop sending me vids! Genres include century-old situation comedies and documentaries about research partnerships. Also a musical about a man-eating plant. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me. Also from Liam. Come by when you've got a minute. Got an idea I want to run by you. Might help everyone deal with the craziness around here. I'm sure it's a barn burner. PB. Hey, Ryder. Hope it's okay that I'm keeping this data core in my room. The escape pod. I guess I just really like to ponder things before bed. Best ideas come to me while I'm half asleep. Also, I saw it first. Anyway, we know for sure it's got some sort of data in it. The trick is how we get at it. I'll keep you updated. Alright, Tempest Tax has been sitting there for a while. Okay, so talk to everyone.
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
You should have seen it. Perfect drift.
You know we've got a finite set of tires, right?
Also limbs and lives.
Well, what's the point of having them then?
Yes?
There's not really anything new to talk to her about.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
What's the word, Liam?
One hell of a trip this is turning out to be. Hostiles, ruined worlds, no home in sight. Everyone's getting toasty. There was a 2-hour argument yesterday and no one even knew how it started.
That's not good.
Luckily, I have the perfect way for people to unwind. Movie night.
Movie night! I hope there's drinks.
Will just watching a movie make people feel better?
Being with friends, having fun, and not thinking about how screwed we are? Yes. It's worth it to jumpstart everyone's pioneer spirit and all that. The Tempest database is pretty dry. Could you download a movie library from Nexus Ops to see what I've got to work with?
5 times.
Thanks. Everyone will appreciate it.
Yeah, the work they did on the eyes helped a lot. Helped a lot. Credit where credit's due. They should have done it before launch.
Pathfinder,
Somebody should have
you have
noticed.
pending vid calls.
But the fix is a step in the right direction. Call Evfra to discuss Moshe's whereabouts.
Commander.
Pathfinder.
Joel's been keeping me updated on your adventures, your good deeds on our behalf.
I meant them. I want you to know you can trust me.
You went out of your way to free that science team. A selfless act. But your true agenda is clear. To explore Aya's vault. Joel says you want to help find the Moshai. Why should I let you?
'Cause I get shit done.
My personal code is I got this.
Bold, a little arrogant, like me. Still, I'll reserve judgment for now. We've managed to trace the Moshai to a special Kent facility on Vold.
Why special?
These facilities are protected by a dynamic shield tech we haven't been able to crack. We're close, but its ability to adapt outstrips the speed of our current processors.
Pathfinder, adding my processor to their program would no doubt make the difference.
Ephra, I can help. Respectfully, this time you need my help.
Respectfully, the Angara don't need anything from you. We take care of our own.
Well,
With the processing power of my AI, I can guarantee the shield breach.
AI? Of course, that makes sense.
He's physically connected to me, so I need to... Well, I want to go.
It was risky to be honest about your AI, and honesty makes you different from the Cat.
I hope so.
You're welcome on the mission.
Thank you.
A team will meet you at our base on Vold. They'll take you to the Kent facility. Stay strong and clear. Goodbye.
all right. I think with the time we've got left today, let's not head to Vold. Maybe we head back, check on Eos. But we're not quite ready to go there either yet. Let's see. Catch up with on the ship.
Did you hear the news from Eos? Asari refugees showed up at the outpost. Only a few, but that's better than none. Bradley says there's an officer in charge, Hidaria. She could know where the Ark is.
All right.
We'll head to Eos and see what she knows.
Good. Rumor says Sarissa Theris was on the Asari Ark. Exactly who we need.
Who's she?
Probably the best commando strategist alive. Her biotic shields saved hundreds at the Battle of Kirkus. Apparently, Sarissa's acting as bodyguard to the Asari Pathfinder. She's probably got a plan out of this mess already.
Well, someone's a fan.
No, I just like... Look, we need someone with her experience, that's all.
All right.
I'll take someone with that much experience. Another reason to find the Ark.
When you're ready to look, we can catch Hidaria at Prodromos. Wouldn't mind tagging along.
Void, have you checked it out since they patched? I know you can skip some of those now. Travel land takeoff animations. I haven't been moving around enough to have noticed the difference. We've been on Havarl since the patch, so. But supposedly you can skip some of that.
So...
You're talking about the other
Joel.
ones.
So,
We haven't had a chance to talk alone. You comfortable in here?
I took it. It feels strange to stay with the others. They are... you are... aliens.
And you're alien to us, so... There. We have something in common.
We can look at it as a place to start.
Got it.
Perhaps then, if we're all aliens, it's about what kind of alien we are.
You had no idea about us, but you signed up to help us anyway.
Perhaps it had nothing to do with you.
That all you've got? Now that I've proven you can trust me, I was hoping you'd feel more able to open up.
I have certain dissatisfactions that I'd like to leave behind. They're quite personal.
How do you know Moshai Sepha?
She's our greatest mind on the Remnant. I was his student.
You studied the Remnant too?
A little. I was terrible. I quit. Or she threw me out. One of those. We're still very close.
So, is that your rifle?
It is now. It's Ket, with my own modifications. I like to tinker, to get my hands on something and take it apart.
That's a skill I know we can use. But I have one request. Please don't take apart my ship.
You're right. I signed up. Volunteered for this. It's exciting. There's something unique about you. Uneasy, raw, but somehow profound.
Face value? That sounds like a compliment. A nice one.
It is. Angara feel deeply. We have more trouble hiding our emotions than showing them. I should get back to my work.
Interesting. What's the difference in symbols? The flirty symbols have a little heart. This looks like a little bit more. Is she trying to jump in the sack with Jal the first day he gets on board? Oh, why the hell not? Let's see what happens.
When we have downtime, I'd love to watch you work.
Sure. I could show everyone.
No. Just us. So we can get to know each other better, or just share a hobby.
Oh, of course.
Good. Good.
We sounded terribly interested. I think he cringed. Cringed pretty hard. Let's check in on these missions. We completed one. Get from that. Credit loot box, material loot box. Waiting debrief. Mission failure. Okay. So, we got nothing. Right. Here's another bronze. They're all bronze, no silver or gold. Originally, we had some different choices. Measure enemy response. Okay. We're at 74% chance of success. That didn't help us last time. Chi, yeah, that's the icon. Two people standing next to each other. You're thinking that means friendly. I think that was the friend zone. That's what it felt like. Although, Sarah, yeah, I don't know.
Pathfinder, you have new email.
Both seemed flirty and not at the same time. Is that even possible? Your ship's layout confuses me, says John. Me too, a little.
You again. Want to hear more about my childhood log cabin?
Yeah, snark it up.
You really won't tell me what you're working on?
That's right. Next question.
What was it like for you on the Nexus?
Well, I wasn't supposed to be woken up yet. A resourceful accomplice finagled my early thaw. So I kind of lived off the grid. Snuck around, bullshitted my way onto excursions off station. After I found my first remnant ruin, I started, borrowing shuttles. After that, I didn't spend much time on the Nexus. I even missed most of the revolt.
You mentioned you came to Andromeda with someone.
Nothing gets by you. Guess that's why you're the Pathfinder. Just a friend. The one who woke me up early. But now she's not even that. It's better to venture into the unknown without restraints or entanglements, don't you think?
A certain independence might be helpful, yeah.
Exactly. I don't want anything holding me back.
How are you getting along with the team?
I'm keeping it light and pleasant. Even Lexi isn't exactly what I'd expected. And Jal, I'm learning what makes him tick. We're lucky to have an Angara with us. Asari can mate with all Milky Way species. I find myself wondering if that transcends galactic boundaries. I'm certainly not looking to reproduce anytime soon, but he seems like a good guy. What do you think?
What about me? Hands off, hands off. Look, I'm not gonna go flirting with everyone on board just for the sake of it. They gotta put a little more forward than that. Yeah, sure, go for it.
You should trust your instincts.
Thanks, Praetor.
Have a good lurk, Iceman. If I don't catch you for the rest of the stream, hope to catch up with you tomorrow. Or another time.
What drew you to the Remnant?
Are you kidding? It's evidence of a sophisticated species no one knows anything about. It doesn't get more intriguing than that. There's so much to discover. I want to be the first to figure them out. And the tech, it's on a different scale. If we can appropriate it, who knows what advances we'll make.
You're off the hook, PB. Good luck with your project.
Thanks. Don't be a stranger.
Know about PB. I miss Liara.
Ah, there you are.
Oh no,
Gotcha.
This guy. Jesus, just you're gonna flirt with everyone?
Do I need to get Lexi to do a psych review?
Maybe. People have been telling me I'm crazy my whole life. Just dealing with some scourge issues. That Archon fella tried to warn you not to joyride into it, but you were just la la la. It was an act first, think later move. I respect it. Well, more like I resemble it. Hey, you play poker?
Come again?
Poker. Card game, bluffing, betting. It's an age-old measuring stick of a person's character, fortitude, guts. Used to think maybe it was my calling. Turns out I'm just good at it. Never lost, heads up. We should play sometime.
Willing to put your streak on the line?
Huh. I'll risk it. Next time we port up and you're in the mood, I'm always in the mood.
Yeah, there's something to be said for waiting for all the patches to roll in. Bloodwolf, you'd like to do another once it's all patched. I didn't play, for example, I didn't play Mass Effect 3 until after the extended ending was already released. I never had that shock of, that abrupt shock at the end. And it played a lot better for me because of it. I just hear the pie jack. Pie jack, yeah. Boom! Nice.
How'd you resist all that tasty fruit on
They
Io,
spelled
huh?
punch wrong again.
Check your helmet before you put it on. This scratch? He was sleeping in mine.
Your take on the Angara, old man?
Strong.
Sabor, I think they get to a lot of people, so hopefully that gets tweaked some more too.
Ryder, you meet Spender yet? Colonial Affairs, the ass in assistant director. Got no idea why Addison keeps him around. Spender lied to the Krogan during the uprising, and he's headed out for cash ever since. He's up to something. I just can't prove it. We should pay him a visit on the Nexus.
What's it like to have Kesh as a granddaughter?
Kesh is my Rushan, child of my blood. Raised her myself. Damn proud of her too. She did good, even with me for a granddad.
We did meet her, didn't we? She's the one who had the just in case everything goes to shit note sitting on a data pad in her office.
She's honest. Definitely blunt.
She had to take after me in some ways, I guess.
Did Lexi brief you on Sam and squad connectivity yet?
Yeah. You want to hook that thing up to my comms, sure, but that's where it stops. Putting an AI in your head, giving it access to everything like that, it's begging for trouble.
Not that I disagree, but why exactly?
Why do you say that?
I've seen what bots can do when they turn on their creators. Been in some of those fights. There's a reason that kind of research was outlawed.
Yeah, my peacekeeping career went up in smoke when news of what my dad was researching got out.
No shit. Ruined the writer name, I'll bet.
Almost.
Still made it onto this project. Sam and I are a package deal. Apparently we are.
Sam is part of what makes someone a Pathfinder. You're just going to have to deal with that.
You don't have to be a bitch
So
about
long
it.
as it's not in my head and it ain't messing with my body.
Go.
I'd like to know more about you.
Fire away.
Petra.
How did you and Vetra meet?
Huh, that's right. Your father brought you into the project pretty late, didn't he? Must have been a pretty steep learning curve since they thawed you out.
Yeah.
You could say that.
You make do with what you get. Anyway, I met Vetra back when we were building the Nexus. She swiped supplies I was trying to get for Kesh right under my nose. I tried to intimidate her into turning them over to me, and let me tell you, that Turian takes shit from no one.
Best always do.
She really has a way of getting things done.
She sure does. But here's the best part. She waited until I saw her again in Kesh's office, no less, to tell me she'd been working for Kesh all along. They're both still laughing at me over that.
Tell me more about the Krogan colony.
My clan's there. We also got some scouts looking for any unclaimed territory to grab up. Got a decent setup going. Self-sustainable, the works. Even some farming.
Farming? Krogan farm?
Food's food. Just because we can eat anything doesn't mean we gotta settle for scraps. I'm pretty fond of Corcrow roots myself. Takes a while to chew through those.
So, about all this combat experience you have, I'd love some details.
Ha! The list will be shorter if you ask me what experience I don't have. I've been doing this for a long time now. Centuries. Shit, well over 1,000 years. Don't even know how I'm still alive, to be honest.
Skill?
You need luck to be a merc. Skill, sure, but a whole lot of luck. And a really hard head.
I've known Krogans who didn't need luck, because they had plenty of ammo.
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a pyjak scratch its butt?
I'd have to guess.
Anything about the Ket? Or combat in general?
Well, common Ket are pretty straightforward. Hit them hard enough, they die like anything else.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Wraiths are sneaky little shits, like to ghost up behind you when you least expect it. Just listen for them. They tend to give themselves away right before coming at you. Break through their head plates, then a headshot should do the trick.
So, Drac, BB, and a few others, they know more about what's going on here because they came on the Nexus? Is that right? So they've been here about 14 months, where the rest of us just arrived? Does that sound right? Guess you could get some good experience in that time.
Why did the Krogan leave the Nexus?
The Nexus got us Krogan to stop the mutiny. In return, we were supposed to get a say in station business. Spender, Addison's assistant, lied about the deal, and Tan came down hard. Too hard. So we left. Kesh is alone on that station now.
You think someone might try to hurt Kesh?
More like she airlocks Spender. Or he tries to stab her in the back, and then she airlocks him. Tan wouldn't listen to me when I told him Spender had a part in the mutiny. I had no proof.
So what's my part in this?
Things need to get sorted out, and my clan needs to get back on station, without Spender messing things up. Way I see it, you're probably the best one for that job.
Catch you later.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Hey, one last thing.
Yeah?
Is everyone a kid to you?
You're 1,000 years old?
When you get to be my age? Yeah, pretty much.
He's earned it. Don't get cocky, kid. Alright. Journal check here. Won't be getting to Veld today, but we can go to Veld tomorrow. What can we do with a little time left here? Find Spender on Nexus. Check in with Samnode. Can't access Samnode here on the
Message
ship,
coming
can
in.
we?
Patching it through.
Damien! Oh man, thank you for the host. Good to see you. Been a while. What's up? What's up? Hope you've been doing well. Any thoughts on where we should head for the last little bit here today? Also on Veld. Take Cora to speak with Hidaria on Eos. Monolith site back on Eos. Contact Director Addison from Havarl. Cross-cultural alliances. Well, not rush right back there. Still waiting on an email from Knight, the head of the anti-AI resistance group. Get a movie library download from the Nexus. Okay. Then plenty to do on Veld. Alright. Alright. Pete, you heading out? I'll be heading out soon too myself. Thanks for hanging out today, Pete. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, or maybe we'll catch you tomorrow. There's going to be another stream tomorrow. But I'll see you down the road. You finished Andromeda today? You don't have anything to play? Come on. Come on. There's a lot of things out there. I realize not everyone has a Wii U or a Switch, but Zelda? Zelda? I can't recommend Zelda enough. It's going to take a miracle for something to something this year to do more for me than Zelda does. It's been my recovery game, and it's been one hell of an experience. I'm of two minds about it. One is I abort my current playthrough where I probably have over 100 hours in it, and I wish they had a timer. I really don't know how long. I don't know why Nintendo doesn't have a timer on the games, but and start over on stream, or wait until I finish that and then start over on stream. But Nintendo, not that popular in Poland. Okay, well, still, Zelda. But I don't know, KG, just as an open world game with fantastic pieces that all come together, possibilities, the chemistry set, it doesn't interest you at all? Forget that it's Zelda for a moment. Someone said it's one of the best open world sandboxes ever created. That doesn't grab you? It's not for everyone, sure, but oh man. Well, we can make a quick trip back to the Nexus. See if we can find some movies to download. We don't really have a new email, do we? Do. While running around the ship. From Jal. Pathfinder Rider. Manifest of items that I've brought aboard your ship, the Tempest. Blankets and bedding. In the event your unfamiliar alien bedding is insufficient or uncomfortable. Small number of personal projects. These are bits and pieces of Angaran tech and weaponry. 25 jugs of nourishment paste. This will need to be replenished regularly. Armor, including my 2 Rofjin cape, suspenders, and equipment to repair them. Vials of salves, creams, and perfumes. I can provide your science officer with a list of ingredients if that's required. I've also brought my personal weapon, a Ket rifle. I've been issued an Omni tool, which I am currently calibrating. I hope the list is compliant. This sounds good. Writings of Sarissa Theris. Cora sent this. A Rock in the Maelstrom, her classic work on crisis strategy and emergency response. The First 3 Centuries, the New Huntress's Path. You can borrow the copy that Nasira gave me. 12 Leaves, a mix of meditations and tactical insights. This was co-written by someone called R. Tanaya. Speeches and Silences. This is about her experience in the Battle of Kirkis and all the politicking that led up to it. Also has the original battlefield vids of Sarissa shielding a city district with her biotics. Impressive. Essays from the Void. Contains her induction address to new commandos, and a historical analysis of the first Asari Spectres. Hope you enjoy them. Yeah, I realize, KG. Getting a system just for a game is not viable most of the time for most people. And Damien, you want to go back and romance Cora again already? You get that attached to her? See, I want to be that attached to the characters in this game. But it's going to have to happen organically. I don't feel like I am attached to them yet, and I don't feel like I can force that hand. But I hope that they bring stuff to the table that makes them that interesting, that I want to be more involved. That's what happened with the trilogy. First time playing through, I never got in the sack with anyone. Maybe the first time playing Mass Effect 3, I think I might have ended up with Trainer, but that was just sort of trying things out. It wasn't until I had played through the series that I realized I was quite interested in Liara. And, that's stuck for a long time. Still my Goyle. KG, you've romanced Cora and PB. Going for Suvi this time. Yeah, 3rd playthrough then already, huh? Don't suppose you can romance more than one in the same playthrough? Or does that go poorly if you try? I guess that's part of my hesitation to run around flirting with everyone. No one was talking to you, Alexa. If you run around flirting with everyone, it not only makes Ryder seem a little wishy-washy, looking for love in all the wrong places, but, if you run around flirting with everyone, it should take away from attachments that you build with other people. I don't know. That didn't come out clearly. Chronic, the only person you like out of the crew is Drac. Drac is pretty likable. So far, I'm,
I'll lend you 30 if you pay me back by tomorrow.
Done. Thank you, Subi.
Someday I'll find out why you're always strapped for credits.
Drac's pretty easy to like. Alright, let's pop back over to the Nexus. Your first playthrough, so you did the funny stuff with PB, but Cora fell for Cora by the end. Did PB get upset? Nah, you don't have to tell me. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. Tips and suggestions welcome, but Yeah, maybe I don't want to know that until it happens. Or it doesn't happen. Misbehave Drax companion mission is good, is good. How soon can I dig into companion missions? I know we've gotten some hints of that. PB's project. Are those the starts of the companion missions? Things like that? We'll time check here. Could fly to the Nexus and try to download vids. Or I was thinking we could just scan through a couple systems. Pick up resources that might be floating out there. Well, here's a question. If we run around scanning systems, listening for anomalies to be called out so we know there's something to actually look for, besides the 5 main planets, are there other places you can actually land and go cruise around with the Nomad? Or is it just those 5? If I went scanning systems, are we going to run into things that say, okay, time to go down to the surface and do X? Oh, good. KG. Oh, good. Bloodwolf, you think Lexi has a thing for Drac? And it seemed like Drac has a thing for Vetra. I smell a love triangle. Quadrangle. Everybody loves someone else. Everybody's wookin' Panub in all the Wong paces. Wookin' Panub. 6 planets in total you can land on. Okay. So, we pop around a couple systems. Oh, I nudged the mouse cursor and look at it, it snapped to center and it won't go anywhere.
Heck of a wake-up call.
They have got to patch that cursor. You remember the opening cutscene for the entire game had that cursor stuck in the middle the whole time? And it won't go away. So I'm using the controller, but since I touched the mouse cursor, that gets to me. All right, file that away. But really, they need to patch that. How hard could it be to make the damn cursor disappear? You say there was an anomaly? Yes.
Anomaly detected. Anomaly found.
They could have put that in the first patch round, couldn't they? Couldn't they?
Shuttle spotted. Drifting. It sustained catastrophic electrical damage.
No, so I get that, Damien, that you just need to be on a place where the cursor can free move to get it off the screen again. But it's not cool that that's just not cool. You shouldn't have to do a workaround going to some menu to move the
research vessel Dr.
cursor.
Aradana informed us of. There are no life readings within.
She'll want to know.
Eudoxus sustained pervasive damage due to scourge flares that wiped out all internal systems. Dr. Aradana's crew was killed instantly. Vessel adrift, unsalvageable due to radiation. Remnant research data. Yeah, I had that before and after the patch. As far as I can tell, the cursor didn't change much, but I'm not playing with the mouse and keyboard, so if the actual mouse movement has changed, I wouldn't know. But yeah, if I don't leave this screen and put the cursor back off on the side, we're stuck with the cursor in the middle until I do. Yeah, so it got to you too, Damien, when you were an important cutscene and the cursor's right in the middle. I'm a big old pimple right here.
Anomaly on sensors.
Well, they did speed this up. Woo, you'd mentioned that they sped up the scanning. They did, substantially. That's good.
Probes launched.
That's really good.
We've got a crater.
You've got a crater! Caused by the impact of heavy debris, possibly from this scourge. The meteorite still contains valuable resources. And XP. Killing me here. Alright, let me get this cursor off screen. It's really bugging me. Exit. 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 And menu. Now I can move the cursor. You should not have to go to this menu to move the cursor. Yeah, we had it in the opening cutscene, Damien. Not that the opening was really spectacular. For all that I'm hearing, that the game continually gets better. Further along you get, the better it gets. That says a few things. They really should have a strong introduction. I feel like all the games in the trilogy had strong introductions. Motivate the player, give you good initial connections to some characters and to your purpose. Proper motivation. They could stand to rework the intro to this game. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way to make it more engaging. Yeah, credit where credit's due. They are listening. They're not ignoring the feedback, so that's good.
Anomaly detected.
Strange, I can't usually feel anything along the scar from the surgery, but sometimes it aches. It's weird. I guess that's better than itching. At least it doesn't itch.
Probes launched.
Hey, Dennis.
Satellite detected.
Cheers. Does the game stutter? Mostly no. It's mostly smooth. I've got the graphic settings on auto, so it's not, I'm sure it's not quite ultra across the board. And it's usually smooth, and then there are a few bits where it gets choppy. It doesn't last very long, and it doesn't bother me much yet. Standard monitoring satellite registration shows it was deployed accidentally from the Hyperion during its collision with the Scourge. Gee. I think I'm talking about the intro more as a whole rather than that specific exciting moment. Yes, falling out of a shuttle towards the surface was pretty exciting. Middle-aged stream, I don't know what's up with the alerts, but thank you for the host. Welcome, and viewers, welcome. Gotten here near the end. We're wrapping up in a few minutes, but it's still good to see you. Shit, that's what I just did. We got it. Alright, so that's skippable. Sort of. No mention of anomaly, so nothing here.
Anomaly on sensors. Probes launched. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
Okay. Chunk of aluminum. They're going to keep putting systems on the map to avoid spending too much time at once scanning things. Scan a little bit right now, a little bit more.
A lonely system. It's almost lost in the Scourge.
What else could be lost out there? Anomaly on sensors.
Well,
Probe
Damien,
lodged.
so what are you
Detecting
running
what's
with?
left of a ship.
You know what? I was kind of thinking that. Iceman, you find so much in the crates. From 25 to 100 or more in some of those crates. And those crates and the little nodes of minerals are all over the place on the planet's surface. And yet here you are sending off probes from your ship. Yeah, and you're not getting any more from them than you do from the many scattered on a single planetary surface. Oh well, you get to explore the galaxy. Fragments of a wrecked remnant vessel drift deep within the Scourge. It's impossible to determine whether the ship was fully automated or designed for a crew. Oh, a nice salvage. Gotta remember, before I wrap up in a few minutes, let's go to the Nexus and sell off a bunch of stuff. I can sell it from the Tempest, can't I? There's I didn't click on it, but I just today saw there's a terminal on the Tempest we could buy and sell stuff, right? I don't know, Damien, it sounds like that should be plenty. Maybe the 8 gigs of RAM, but it kind of hurts to think that games are going to demand more than that just to play stable. We're getting there, though. Yeah, Chronic, that's very patchable, though, right? If they're listening to the players, like increasing the inventory space, they doubled it in the first patch. That's huge. Maybe they could listen a little more, make some of these resource pickups that you send out from the Tempest bring back a lot more. Maybe even put more out there. Old heavy gravity world was once inhabited by a primitive but intelligent species. Extinct. No anomaly. So at the risk of sparking a console tech debate, thoughts on the Scorpio now that the specs are out there?
I'm picking up something. Deploying probe.
Sounds like a well-engineered device. That said, is it going to make enough of a difference? Considering they're going to need some amount of parity between the existing Xbox One, One S, and the Scorpio. I mean, games aren't going to be made that aren't playable on the previous systems, right? So there's going to be certain things they can push for the Scorpio, but it's not going to force a complete redesign of games. Games aren't going to be made at a whole new graphical tier. They're just going to have increased frame rates, and some of them will be natively rendered at higher resolutions. It still look like a neat piece of engineering. Yeah, and Sony's still kind of squashing them in the exclusives department. Next couple of years are going to be very, very curious ones for consoles. This massive storm is drawing enormous quantities of helium-3 to the upper regions of the gas giant. A valuable find, if it can be mined. Alright, that's this system. Let's head to the Nexus. tomorrow we can talk about where to go. We'll probably end up on Veld, but maybe a trip back to EOS, scan a few more of these systems, and go to Veld. Tomorrow's stream is on the schedule, starting earlier than we did today. Today was kind of unplanned. But I think the rest of the week is going to look something like this. Skip Monday, stream Tuesday and Wednesday, maybe skip Thursday, stream Friday and Saturday, something like that. Try and do some more back-to-back days. And there's that, Iceman. It's going to be expensive. We don't know exactly how expensive, but for what it costs to assemble it, unless Microsoft is willing to take a huge loss, bigger than losses that have been made on hardware in the past, that thing's going to have to be priced pretty damn high. Yeah, curious to see. We got plenty of things on the Nexus. Let's go. Yeah, Damien, since you never really know, if you start throwing hardware at a performance issue, you never really know how things are going to react, how much of it is optimization or lack of. Obviously, they went for a high degree of visual clarity in Andromeda. But take something like Zelda, which is it's a softer look, much less graphically intense, and yet it's visually stunning, even without that attempt to clarify everything. Even without tremendous detail, it's visually stunning. And I'm all for making the most of the hardware. Alright, where is everyone? Who is where? Find Spender on the Nexus. He's nearby. Good. Did I walk right by him? No. There's no arrow, but I feel like... Is he up above us? Help me find Spender. If I go back that way, that's just to the ship.
Wait, people are doing what? Hydroponics? If someone doesn't get them to clear out all
With the protesters. Which protesters? Sort of came out of nowhere. Let me sell my salvage while I'm thinking about it. He's in operations. Where Addison is. Thank you. Sell all salvage. Okay. I have to confirm, huh? Yes. Oh, what did I just do? Did I just buy your credits? Why Why does it say your credit's 13,000 and up top it says 197? Transaction's done, right? If I back out now, yeah, 13,000. The menus could use some work. All of them. I have some duplicate armor pieces, and am I correct? You cannot equip your companions with armor. So if I have duplicates, I should definitely sell them at the very least. We've got 4 of these Angaran gorilla helmets. No reason not to sell those, right? Multiple tabs at once. Good. Oh, that's good for now. Firm trade, yes. Exit.
I need to keep some on reserve for engineering repairs, but I can have another batch sent your way for sure.
Map check. If we were going to operations, get to the tram, right? Sleeping Dragons, Phonics. There's the protesters.
Seems quiet for now. Look,
make them hear, make them know, make them lead, or make them go.
Tell our leaders, wake the sleepers.
Clan before cronies.
Free our families.
Hey, what's going on?
That's your new galaxy. Making speeches about some fresh start while your kids stay frozen.
And it's all thanks to your Pathfinder.
Excuse me?
We've waited months for our families to come out of stasis. They should have gone to your outpost.
But since you think research is so important, military personnel got bumped down the list, like my clan brothers.
All the reassignments mean they're in 10 different colony blocks now.
And my mother just got caught in the middle.
Choice had to be made. Or science.
We only had resources for one outpost, so I focused on the skills we needed most.
And what we need is our families back.
Maybe you could still make this right. I just want Mom out of stasis. That's all anyone here wants.
Everybody wants your mom out of stasis.
Stasis revivals. You can tell our leaders you're opening those pods. Today.
I authorize whole colony blocks or a few emergency revivals. I can't wake dozens of random people.
We don't care whose finger pushes the button. If you can't, our leaders can. And if you tell them, they will.
Are you threatening me? I'll talk to them sounds like a promise. Look, you aren't going to make very good colonists if you all get up in arms over every little decision.
This is a big issue.
Yes, Sebor,
Bigger
getting
than
off in a
just
few
my
minutes.
say-so.
Bullshit. You're the hero right now. They'll do anything you say.
We tried petitioning Addison. She ignored us. Screw her.
Well, we agree on that.
Start with Kandros. He sent those 10 soldiers over there. Maybe he'll take us seriously.
Clan before cronies.
Clan before cronies.
Any word?
No new word.
Or make them go. Yeah, good old protest chants. I could know in advance who's at the marker. We need the moms for the Your Mom jokes. What would we do without them? All right, let's tram over to operations. And then we'll wrap up, and then we'll pick up there tomorrow. So I hope you all come back tomorrow. Continue. Get down to Veld or back to Eos, or maybe both. Had fun here today. This was good. This was good. And it was just in the nick of time. Yesterday's stream was, or Friday, whenever the last stream was, yesterday, right? 3 days in a row? Well, I don't know what I'm doing, but I was getting closer and closer to noping out of this game, and now that we're getting more action on the ground, you know what? I'm just gonna shut up about it. Let's just say that things are moving in the right direction, and they didn't feel like they were moving in the right direction until the last stream. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. We're gonna keep playing, and I think it's gonna be a good time, and hopefully getting better and better as it goes along. We're gonna find vids. I don't get to pick. All right, we got a movie. Did our little torrent grab here on the Nexus. Thank you, Wombat, KG. Thank you all for joining me here today. Ronic, Iceman, Damien, Sebor, Jack, and everyone else who's beyond my ability to scroll. Thank you for the good times here today. More tomorrow, more tomorrow. Yeah, I hear some of the loyalty missions are good. That's what you're telling me. I look forward to those. And we've got some of them in here already, don't we? Is this the beginning of Drax? Find Spender on the Nexus? Phoebe's secret project, is that the beginning of hers? Cora wanting to talk to Hyderia on Eos. I feel like those are the beginnings of the loyalty missions. But let's save here, and we'll pick up on the flip side tomorrow. Everybody, have a great rest of your Saturday night. Don't get too wasted, or do. I'll see you all on the other side. Much love to the Entropic family, far and wide. I hope you all had a good time, and I'll see you next time, and that'll be tomorrow. Good night for now.